I didn't expect the air in the lawyer's office to taste like rust. But when my father, Martin Hale, leaned back in the leather chair, crossed his arms, and smirked at me, that metallic tang crawled up my throat. "You won't get a single cent," he said. "Your brother will be the next heir." The room went dead silent. Too silent. Even the old wall clock seemed to hold its breath. My brother stared at the floor. He couldn't even meet my eyes. But my father did. He watched me the way a man watches a dog he's about to kick. I didn't flinch. People think rage is loud. Mine never is. Mine freezes everything it touches. That's when the door opened and my mother, Lena Hale, slipped inside. Her steps were soft, rushed, deliberate. She didn't ask to join. She didn't look at my father. She didn't wait for permission. She walked straight to me, pressed a thick envelope into my hand, and whispered, "It's time to show them who you really are." Everything changed in that moment. There was a time I believed my father respected me. I was young, naive, eager to earn what should have already belonged to me. A place in the family, a sliver of recognition, a single nod that said, "You matter." He used to pat my shoulder when I brought home straight A's. "Keep this up," he'd say. "We'll make something of you." I carried that word like a promise. Funny how promises rot the fastest. The real fracture didn't come from shouting matches. It came slowly, painfully, like a rope tightening around my ribs while everyone else pretended not to see. Dismissive comments. Family decisions made without me. Plans for the business where my name was never included. By the time Grandpa Hale died, I'd stopped pretending. I understood the truth. I wasn't considered blood, just a placeholder in family photos, a shadow standing too close to the spotlight they wanted to shine on Caleb. I noticed the shift when my father began forcing Caleb into every conversation. "He'll run the company. He's got the right blood. The estate shouldn't be divided." He said these things with me right there. As if I were furniture. As if my ears, my lineage, my achievements meant nothing. The final clue came from Grandpa's old nurse, Mrs. Albright. She pulled me aside, hesitating like the truth was heavy. "He talked about you," she said. "More than anyone. He was planning something for you." Planning something. A plan that mysteriously vanished after his death. Suspicion hardened into certainty. Someone erased it. I didn't confront my father. He enjoyed drama too much. I didn't talk to my brother. Guilt wasn't something he had ever developed. Instead, I documented everything: dates, comments, account inconsistencies, every cruel smirk my father seemed proud to deliver. Revenge is never fire. It's ice. Ice doesn't burn. It preserves. And I was done being preserved. Step 1. The envelope from my mother. Inside were documents, real, notarized, signed by my grandfather 2 months before his stroke. DNA results. Handwritten letters. A statement from his personal attorney. And the final blow. A certified document naming me, not my father, as successor trustee to Grandpa's private assets. Assets my father never knew existed. Assets he assumed had been absorbed. My mother had hidden them for years. "He wanted you to have a choice," she whispered. "Now you do." Step 2. I hired a forensic accountant. Quiet. Discreet. Paid from an account listed in the envelope. An account Grandpa opened for me when I was 14. Step 3. I asked the attorney to schedule a second meeting. One my father believed would finalize his victory. He walked in arrogant. He walked out shattered. "Before we proceed," I said calmly, sliding the envelope across the table, "you should see this." He scoffed, rolled his eyes, but when he opened the first document, the color drained from his face. The attorney walked him through every line, every signature, every legal detail. Caleb's throat bobbed. "Dad, you told me." I said what needed to be said. My father snapped, but there was fear under his words. I leaned forward, voice cold as winter. "This estate isn't yours to control. Grandpa didn't trust you. He trusted me." My father looked like a man realizing the ground beneath him had always been ice. "And the inheritance you thought you stole?" I continued. "It was never yours." The attorney finished the paperwork. "This trust is airtight." My father tried to protest, but his voice cracked. His empire was dissolving under his hands. The meeting ended with signatures he didn't want to give but couldn't legally refuse. My mother walked out beside me, lighter than I had ever seen her. Outside, the air tasted clean. I didn't smile. Victory isn't a smile. Victory is a breath you finally get to take after years of being suffocated. They tried to define who I was. Now they know exactly who I am. And I made sure they'll never forget it.